From the sidewalk, this house looks like the answer to every question. Glass walls, warm gold light, a black SUV still wet from the rain. Someone made it. Someone figured life out. But inside, on the kitchen counter, a phone is glowing face up. A credit card balance with 5 figures on it. A repair estimate nobody budgeted for. And 2 people not looking at each other. Outside, it looks like wealth. Inside, it's a performance. The people inside that house earn more than most people will earn in their lives, and they still can't breathe. This isn't a rare story. In one Goldman Sachs survey, around 40% of Americans making over $300,000 a year said they were living paycheck to paycheck. 300,000. Paycheck to paycheck. That isn't a money problem. That's something else. Looking rich can quietly keep you poor. Most people think the problem is not earning enough. There's another one nobody talks about. The kind that only begins after the raise. The kind that hides inside a beautiful life. This is what the Elias principle is about. Here's the trick the world plays on smart people. It teaches them to chase income. Then it pretends income is wealth. They aren't the same thing. Income is what enters. Wealth is what stays. Freedom lives in the gap between the two. A big paycheck with no gap is just a more expensive treadmill. Income is loud. Wealth is quiet. Here's where the trap becomes invisible. The problem isn't the raise. It's what the raise allows you to justify. You worked harder. You earned more. Of course the apartment gets bigger. Of course the car gets nicer. Of course the vacations get longer. Each step looks like a reward. Nothing looks like a trap. Until one day you turn around and the rewards stopped feeling like rewards a long time ago. Watch what happens to a luxury once you can afford it every day. The first time, it feels like a reward. The 10th time, a routine. The 50th, an obligation. And the day you try to give it up, it feels like failure. That's the shift nobody warns you about. A luxury isn't dangerous when it's a luxury. It's dangerous the moment it becomes your normal, because cutting it now feels like sliding backwards. This is where the trap actually closes. And it's never the coffee. It's never the small stuff. What captures people isn't what they buy once. It's what bills them every month. The mortgage, the car payment, the private school, the home gym, the subscriptions, the lifestyle they signed up for back when the raise still felt like a victory. Once enough of these line up on the first of every month, something quiet happens. You don't own your lifestyle anymore. Your lifestyle owns you. This is where success starts acting like a contract. Every month, the bills come. Every month, the income has to come too. The job you used to choose becomes the job you have to keep. The career you built becomes the cage you can't leave. Not because you're trapped by money, because you're trapped by what the money has already agreed to pay for. The house looks like freedom from the outside. Inside, it can become a cage with a view. And then there's the part nobody admits out loud. People don't only spend for comfort, they spend to stay believable. The doctor has to look like a doctor. The executive has to look like an executive. The founder has to look like the kind of person you'd invest in. The young professional has to look like life is moving in the right direction. The watch isn't just a watch. The car isn't just a car. The neighborhood isn't just a neighborhood. They're signals. And every signal comes with a hidden invoice. This is the deeper trap. Once a status signal becomes part of your identity, cutting it doesn't feel like saving money. It feels like losing yourself. Downgrading the car feels like admitting something failed. Moving to a smaller house feels like sliding down. Pulling the kids from the expensive school feels like betrayal. So people keep paying, not for the thing, for the version of themselves the thing represents. The lifestyle becomes a costume, and after a while, you can't afford to take it off. Walk down almost any expensive street. The loudest house isn't the richest. The glossiest car isn't owned. The brightest lifestyle is often the most leveraged. The people quietly building real wealth tend to live 2 streets over. Smaller house, older car, simpler clothes. From the outside, they look like nothing. From the inside, they own their time. The loudest lifestyles are usually running the tightest margins. They have the income of the rich and the balance sheet of the broke. Here's a rule nobody teaches you. Everything you buy costs twice. The first price is on the tag. The second price is everything that comes after. The space, the maintenance, the insurance, the attention, the opportunity it replaces. A boat isn't a boat. It's a slip fee, a winter cover, a mechanic, and a guilt every time you don't use it. A bigger house isn't more space. It's more cleaning, more heating, more tax, more things to fix, and more reasons you can't leave. Some things don't make your life bigger. They make your freedom smaller. The people who escape this trap have one thing in common. At some point, they drew a line. A quiet line on the floor. A point where they decided what enough actually looked like for them. Not enough according to their neighbors. Not enough according to their colleagues. Not enough according to the version of success they were sold at 22. Enough according to them. Once you have that line, every upgrade has to earn its way past it. Most don't. So, if wealth isn't the car, and it isn't the house, and it isn't the title on the email signature, what is it? Wealth is the answer to a very simple question. Can you say no? Can you walk away from a job that's quietly killing you? Can you survive a bad month without panic? Can you take a real risk on something you believe in? Can you stop performing success long enough to actually live? If the honest answer is no, then the lifestyle isn't wealth. It's costume. There's a simple move that changes everything. When your income goes up, don't let your fixed costs go up with it. Not immediately, not automatically. Let the raise breathe before you spend it. Most people close the gap. A few people protect it. That gap has a name. Some call it savings. Some call it runway. The honest name for it is freedom. Every dollar you don't promise to someone else is a dollar that still belongs to your future. Look at the price tag. Then look at your watch. Money is just hours you already gave away. A $2,000 watch isn't $2,000. It's a week of your life. A leased car at $800 a month isn't a payment. It's 3 days, every month. Gone, for as long as the contract lives. The watch keeps ticking on your wrist. The week doesn't come back. That's what every upgrade really costs. This isn't really a video about money. It's a video about what people perform when they think nobody is watching the numbers. If that's the kind of lens you want to keep, the Elias principle is here. The goal isn't to look poorer. It isn't to punish yourself for buying nice things. It isn't to live in a way you don't actually want. The goal is quieter than that. The goal is to stop letting other people's expectations decide what your income has to support. The moment you take that decision back, your money stops being a performance, and it starts being a tool. Return to the street. Same houses, same warm light behind tall windows, same cars in the driveways. From the outside, nothing has changed. But now you can see 2 versions of the same life. Behind one door, someone earns a fortune and can't stop. Every month is a contract they signed years ago without realizing. Behind another, someone earns less and owns more of their own time than anyone on the street. One of them looks rich, the other one is free. The world will only ever see the first. The world notices spending. It will never see your savings. It will never see the job you turned down. It will never see the year you took back. Your future is built by what you keep. Looking rich can quietly keep you poor. Real wealth is invisible.